bacon, Swiss cheese, and cheddar cheese on it. On 3 pieces of bread.
Come on, man. Hey, what's up? It's Luis with America's Best Restaurants, and we travel the country coast to coast to find the places where you need to eat at on a weekly basis. And look, if you are new here, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know whenever we drop a new episode. And if you've been rocking with us for a while, we really, really appreciate you watching because we can't do this without you guys. And today we are in Beckley, West Virginia at a restaurant called Fruits of Labor. And this episode is going to be epic because this restaurant is serving incredible things like their bacon blue burger, which is absolutely unbelievable. Look, we're going to walk in, talk to Tammy, who's the owner, plus we're going to see some other items that are going to make your mouth water. So why don't you come with me and let's go check this out. So excited. Tammy, oh my gosh, this is so awesome.
Thank you. It's so great to meet you in person and have you here.
Absolutely. I love it. It's unbelievable. This is a pretty big building.
Yeah. It's 3 stories. So we're
3?
Yes. We are super excited.
How long have you had this?
We just opened last month.
Really? So just a month. So this is brand new. So I feel like a kid in Christmas. I'm opening a present. Super shiny. I love it. This place is absolutely gorgeous. This is a stunner. When I walk through the door, I'm like, okay, all right.
Thank you.
This is absolutely beautiful. I love it. So, do you have any food for me?
We do. We do. We have our starter for our potato soup here today.
Thank you. Look at this with the white napkin and everything. Super nice. I feel like I should be wearing a bow tie. This is awesome. Okay.
Chef is amazing with soups, and so we're super excited for you to try this
Potato
today.
soup. Oh, wow. That is phenomenal. Great flavor. Nice. A little bit of the salt comes through. Some of the pepper. Super creamy. Oh, my God. Come take a look at this. Look at this. Look at that. It's gorgeous.
He is amazing at soups. It is just, he's so passionate about it, and you never know what the soup of the days or the soup of the week is going to be. So it changes every single week. Wow. And we also change our culinary themes for our specials. And so he'll integrate international themes each week. So
that's fantastic. Wow. I mean, I can taste the saltiness, the pepper, nice creaminess of the soup. The potatoes are unbelievable. And I can taste the butter in it. Oh my God, this is a home run. I love this soup. Oh my gosh. That is so good. So if you're making this caliber of soup, obviously you guys have a mad scientist in the kitchen, the head chef, right?
Absolutely.
So why don't we just head over there and see what he's got cooking?
That sounds great.
All right, let's check it out.
Thank you.
All right, chef, so what are we cooking?
All right, so we're gonna make one of our best sellers. It's actually one close to my heart because I love blue cheese. Okay. So we're making our bacon blue cheeseburger. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna start off is with a 3rd-pound burger. This comes from Buzz Hattie, a local burger distributor that we've got. So if you wanna go ahead, season this up with some Montreal steak seasoning.
So let me ask you a question, chef. Yes. Typically when you season, do you do the like this or do you do with the
no. You always take some up and pinch it. Yes, that way you control it a lot better. That's good. You can get a little bit more on there. That's perfect. All right, so now we're gonna turn around.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna put a little oil down.
Okay.
And then you just put that burger that way, the top side down first.
Yes, sir.
Right on there. Just like that. And now you can go ahead and discard your gloves.
Yes, sir.
And go ahead, pinch some more steak seasoning right on top, please, sir.
Hold on, let me put some gloves on again. So let me put one glove on. That way we can kind of cheat. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Whoops.
There you go. That's wonderful. Perfect. And one of the reasons why chefs like to sprinkle it over top is you can control it a little bit more, as opposed to taking this, and if I try to dump some on there, I could dump way too much. It won't spread out. So that's why chefs always like to do the little drizzle or the little sprinkle over top.
Fair enough,
so
chef.
We've got that going.
Yes, chef.
While we got that going, I'm going to show a little tip that you can do when you're pattying out burgers at home. What we like to use, we actually use the top to a mayo jar. Okay. And this actually, we've weighed it out and it measures out to exactly 1/3 of a pound,
really?
around a little over 5 ounces. So that way we can show our students it's really nice. You just put a piece of patty paper in here, you take your burger, you put it in, you patty it out, and as long as it's level with it, there you go. Same weight every single time, and it comes out consistent, and that's what you want, because you want this burger to cook the same exact amount of time as any of your other burgers. You want them all cooking the same amount of time. You don't want one dry because one cooks too long or one doesn't cook enough. So a little tip.
That's a great tip. Never heard that one before. That's pretty cool.
Another thing that we do with our bacon, we actually bake our bacon. I don't know how you do it at home, whether
typically
you do
fry it or like you put it on the skillet typically, or every once in a while we'll bake it.
Yeah, I usually always bake mine. It's just easier. You can do a whole lot more bacon at once. You know, we can put 3 sheet pans, which is going to be we can probably bake about 90 pieces of bacon in about 15 minutes. 350 degrees, and it comes out perfect every time. And plus, you can save all that bacon fat for something else, like pan-fried potatoes or something. Yeah, that's wonderful. Hey, that's why we have a pig in the kitchen with us. We love our pork.
I love it.
Okay, so we've got that going, and we're going to go ahead and let it get a really good crust on the one side. So we're going to let it go for maybe about another 30, 40 more seconds, and then we'll flip it over and get it going on the other side.
Fantastic. Now, while we're waiting for that, so tell me about your journey of becoming a chef.
Well, it was kind of by accident. My first cooking job or kitchen job in high school was washing dishes in Charleston, West Virginia. And then when I went to college, I'd keep needing a job, and I'd always end up in the kitchen. And I got tired of washing dishes, so I saw the guys having fun on the line, so I was like, I want to do that. And so then I started getting jobs as a cook, and finally the light bulb came on. I was like, maybe I want to do this for a career. So it's been able to, I've learned on the job. I've been able to cook in New Orleans, Louisiana, Charleston, West Virginia.
Really?
So it's taken me around, and it's been all hands-on job experience. And that's one of the reasons why I love teaching students and everything, because that's how I was taught. It was chefs taking time out of their busy day to show me how to cook a burger or how to make a sauce, and then I can impart that onto my students. So, and that's really the culture in any kitchen. It's usually, the chef, that's almost how most chefs have learned, is by people taking a little time out of their day and showing people that are interested. That's another thing. You've got to be willing to learn and ready to learn, and you can learn everything you need to know in the kitchen. Absolutely. Just like you come in here all ready to go. That's another reason. That is the exact attitude you want to have in the kitchen.
I love it. And I think that's a little bit over 40 seconds. Am I right, Chef?
Yes. So we can go ahead. We can go ahead and flip it.
You flip it typically with this one or with this
one? Oh, you can flip it with that one, yes.
Fantastic. This.
Right under there, and just flip it over. Perfect. And see, you got that good crust right there. That's what you want, okay?
Looks beautiful.
And that's going to add flavor. It's also going to help keep all the juice and everything inside there, okay?
That's fantastic.
So we're going to let this cook for probably another minute and a half or something like that. And then we'll go ahead, crisp our bacon back up on here, and we'll add the goodies, my favorite, the blue cheese on there. Let that melt with some Swiss cheese and everything,
So why do you like blue cheese so much?
It's actually... my family lived in Buffalo, New York for a little bit when I was younger. And so my dad used to always get buffalo wings. And we'd always come with blue cheese and celery. So I've always had a weak spot for blue cheese. My dad's, he's a fiend for it too. And we're kind of blue cheese snobs. So we have to have our dressing made a certain way and everything and all that. That's why we make our own blue cheese dressing here and everything. So
you make like blue cheese Dijon, right? Because it's got to be the fancy one, right?
Right, of course. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that sound of that. That's a good name. There you go. Thank you very much. But and blue cheese, we also believe in just keeping it simple. So a lot of burgers, a lot of people put like 15, 16 things on them, a ton of sauces. We just love to have this really good quality burger that we get locally made. And then we've got our bacon, we've got our Swiss cheese, and we've got our blue cheese as well. And then These are our buns that we make in-house. That's got some it's got some mozzarella cheese melted on top as well. We make these in our Raynell location. All of our students learn how to make them and everything. So that's what we're gonna be putting on it. We are bread centric here, so we've got to make sure that you get a nice hot bun and everything when you get a burger or sandwich here.
I love it. That looks unbelievable.
Well, yes. Well, we'll go ahead and hook you up real well with that. Yes, we're also gonna hook you up with a really nice club or a club sandwich on some white bread, fresh made white bread and everything. Yes. So yes, you'll definitely get your daily supply of bread here.
Oh, love it. Love it. That's
well, we can wait just a little bit longer on this.
Yes, chef. So let me ask you a question. When did you decide, after working in the kitchen, that you're like, you know what clicked for you to say, I want to become an actual chef, classically trained, do certifications, all these different things?
It was probably when I was working in New Orleans and I started going through all the different positions in the kitchen and working with my chef there. I really started to get the itch for it. I looked into culinary schools and stuff like that, and then I came back to West Virginia and I started working with a chef named Jamie Henderson at Tamarack, and he really took me under his wing and told me all about his journey and everything. And it was like, I want to do that. I want to be able to do that. And from everything that he was able to teach me, it was really cool for me I knew that I'd have that opportunity to inspire other chefs and other cooks and everything.
So it's like full circle, right?
Oh yeah, it's all, and that's almost always the way it is in kitchens. You know, especially the well-run ones, they're always going to have that in their kitchen.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic. It's just a great thing that you were able to receive that knowledge and now you're able to give that knowledge.
Well, you always want to pass it along. I mean, you always, as my dad says, you always want to pay it forward.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
I think our burger is getting close to being done.
Yes,
so why don't we go ahead? Why don't you grab those 2 pieces of bacon? We're not going to need to add any oil or anything onto it. Just put them right about here. And we're going to let them start to crisp up a little bit. And we're reheating them. We like to keep our bacon at room temperature. There's nothing wrong with it, so it'll start to reheat. If you add too much oil to it or any oil to it, then they're going to get soggy and everything.
Gotcha. So you kind of have the bacon kind of par baked a little
bit?
Right,
exactly. And another wonderful thing too that has helped me throughout my career. We'll let that go just a little bit longer, and then we'll go ahead.
Change happening. That's cool.
But it's been the ACF, the American Culinary Federation, has been big too. I'm a certified chef through them, and they also, our program is also certified through American Culinary Federation as well too. So they've helped us out a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and flip those over?
You typically flip them with this, or you just go with your hands?
I always use the turner.
Okay.
Flip it. There you go. It'll crisp up.
This one leaves a little bit.
Yeah, maybe
help there.
Yeah, squash it down just a little bit. But I always like, sometimes you want to use your hands, but you never know when you might get bit.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, dealing with the heat.
Yeah.
The mysteries of the kitchen.
If you can't deal with the heat, you got to stay out of the kitchen. But yes, the American Culinary Federation has been a huge help to us, and they've come in, they've inspected our program and all that, and they give us a ton of support with our program. So it's been wonderful to work with them. There you go. Flip that over. Awesome. And our burger is getting close to being done right there. And this is another tip. When you're gonna go ahead, when you want to check on your burgers, your chicken, your stuff like that, I always like to touch it. As meat cooks, it contracts.
Yes.
So you've felt raw chicken before. It's all spongy and everything like that. You don't want that. So we're looking for a well done burger. So when we go ahead and just pat it a little bit. All right. So you can feel that it's contracted. Right. So it's looking good. That's right. That's what you want.
The classic, or the one that I've heard before, is you put your finger like this, and this is rare, medium rare. This is medium well done, correct?
Right. Well done. Yeah, I mean, well done is like right here.
Okay, gotcha.
You can even do it right here. It's gonna be rock hard. Yeah, I don't like well done. We definitely mid rare to rare. So let's go ahead. We're gonna flip it over like that, if you can, on the other one. There you go. Now go ahead and put them on top of the burger. All right. Perfect, a little crisscross. There you go. All right, so why don't you go ahead and dump your cheese on there, kind of sprinkle it on, mound it on there real nice.
Yeah, it might be easier because this is cheese. The blue cheese gets a little sticky. How much blue cheese do you put on?
It's usually about 2 to 3 ounces.
So
Yeah, right.
Is that about right?
Yeah, that's good.
Fantastic.
Of course, yeah, if I had it my way, I'd probably dump the entire container on there. All right, go ahead, put your Swiss cheese on top, please. Perfect.
Now, do you do the cover?
Yes, I always like to cover it. Okay, this is a basting lid, and so what you can do is you can get
water, right?
Water, and then just kind of pick it up just a smidge, squirt it in there, and there you go. That's when the magic happens.
What that'll do is that creates steam inside here to make the cheese melt and it won't overcook.
Right, exactly. Could you go ahead and pop that in the microwave real quick right behind you? And just put it in and hit start. That'll nuke it for 30 seconds. It'll get it nice and hot, kind of refresh the bread.
Cool.
And then we'll go ahead and we'll pop that on the grill real quick. Let's see how, oh yeah.
Woo, look at that.
That's really nice. That's gonna be really good. And what we're gonna do, just so we don't, we're gonna hold it right here.
Yes.
While we wait for our bun to get cooked. Why you can, it should be done right now if you want to go ahead and pull it out.
Yes, chef. Let me just get a new glove.
Sure.
I got some remnants of the blue cheese. All right. Okay. One.
All right. And now what you're going to do is I'm going to put a little oil on. You can go ahead and open it up.
This is nice and soft now.
Yes, yes.
Gosh.
You don't want one of those rock hard buns. All right, so we're gonna let that go maybe 15 seconds and it should get it nice and golden brown.
Okay.
That's gonna be another flavor profile that we're wanting to get. So you wanna get that good color on it. It'll seal the bread. It'll also make sure that your juice from your burger won't start get all kind of soggy and everything.
Right.
So that's another thing that'll help with. And it'll add some flavor too, just from the grill and the oil and everything. So maybe 5 more seconds and we'll turn that bad boy over.
Okay. 5 on my count.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Here. Do you turn this one over too?
Yes, yes, sir.
Fantastic. Oh man, look at this.
Yes,
look at that color. Oh,
that's what you want right there. Wow. So what we can do is we're going to go ahead and get a plate.
Yes, chef.
And if you want to go ahead and put your bun on the plate, right there.
Do you prep it here and then you stack it, or do you move it from here to there?
I move it from here to there.
Okay, fantastic. So let's put it like right here.
Right there.
And what we'll do is we'll do this.
Yes, sir. Slide it on there.
Slide this. That's hot. Okay. There we go.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Fantastic.
Wonderful.
All right. Now we grab this bad boy.
Yes.
Put this on top.
Right. Just like that.
Woo!
We'll go ahead and wipe the edge. And what you can do when you're garnishing too is maybe get a little of that extra blue cheese.
Yes, chef.
Crumble it over top.
Over top of the burger?
Yeah, over top of the burger. Yeah, you want it to look really nice, right? This is presentation.
Okay.
You eat with your eyes and your mouth. You got to remember that.
That was terrible that I did that.
Oh, no. You want it all over.
Oh, you want it all over?
Yeah, there you go. And then we're going to add just a little parsley.
Right, be a little fancy.
There you go.
I like it.
There's nothing wrong with making it look good and having it taste good. So there we go. So this is our bacon blue burger.
I love it.
My heart.
And of course, I don't know if you guys knew this, but this is a bonus. The recipe will be below in the description. So look for the description box. There's a link there where we'll have the recipe for this burger. Chef, unbelievable. I really appreciate it. How did I do?
You did very good. No, oh yeah. Anytime you want to come along and cook with us, you are more than welcome.
A+?
Yes.
Oh,
A++.
Love it. So now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go back. Talk to Tammy. I know you have a few other things that you're gonna prepare, right?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Let me go talk to Tammy, get the story.
Sure.
And then we'll come back and try the food. Cool?
Okay, sound good.
Awesome, fantastic. Let's go do that.
So let me show you our new space that's coming. We haven't opened up yet. This is going to be our coffee shop. And so we are just blown away by this building and the character that comes within each space.
This is incredible. All this brick, this work. I mean, this is really nice. I wasn't even expecting to find this in this building. But then you told me there's 3 floors. I'm like, and I'm wondering, my head's going, what are the other 3 floors? Like, what is every floor like? This is massive.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's amazing because this has like this wonderful cozy feel out here. We have a fireplace and just that opportunity. But then there's also another surprise on the other side of this
More
door.
surprises?
Yes, absolutely.
Again, like Christmas morning, literally. Okay, I wasn't expecting this either. This is a gigantic dining room in here.
Yes. So we have the opportunity not only to have our conferences that would be like communities of healing, that we're reaching out to other businesses to teach them how to employ someone in recovery, which is that mission. But it's also this wonderful gathering space. We have West Virginia University Tech is just a block away.
Oh, really?
So we really want the students to have this safe place to come and just gather. And so that's an opportunity.
This is very cool. You got the dining space. There's a stage there and everything. But I got to get to the story. So tell me, how did you get started? Because this building is gigantic. And this is one of 4 locations you currently have a time of filming.
Yes.
So how did you get started?
Well, I started, I come from a long family of amazing cooks and bakers. And so that's something that I was born into that family opportunity. A lot of our recipes will be from my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my great-aunts, my mom, that has filtered into that. So I get to share my culture and my family with communities. But I am actually trained as a research scientist. That's in agriculture. That's my training. And so I worked for over a decade with USDA.
Oh, wow.
And so I started with a farm. We have a 218-acre farm affiliated with Fruits of Labor. So that goes on behind the scenes for farm to table.
All right.
So we do like orchards, mushrooms, field crop, maple syrup. So all of those things are part of our program. But then just that passion for culinary just kept coming into my life. So we started with catering upscale weddings. And so all of the catering, the floral design, the wedding cake, wedding coordinating.
You did all that?
All of that. We also grew some of our own flowers as well. So those are just those things. And then we started about 13 years ago, I went to visit a lady in prison, and that transformed how I wanted to use our company, which was already almost a decade old, how I wanted to use my future. And so that mission is when it came in for the opportunity to take what we had learned and share it with someone that was coming out of prison or coming out and transitioning into their recovery efforts. And so for a decade, we have been serving and training and employing individuals in recovery. And also at-risk youth as an addiction prevention program.
Wow, that's very impressive. And I mean, just the fact of me hearing the story, but also being in this gigantic building and come to find out you have a 200 whatever acre farm, which is really the biggest location, and that you have that mission to help people, that's very memorable. And I admire that. I think that's fantastic. So tell me, what are the plans for this area here?
So this will be a gathering space, but it will also be this coffee shop, and we roast our own coffee in Raynell.
Of course.
So,
What don't you do?
We have that opportunity to teach students how to roast coffee, but also to come down into this space to be able to use that. It will also have some very specialty foods that you can't get in the main level, and so we will be unveiling all of those as soon as we start to work on this level. But one of our things, we're only a month old here, and so we really wanted to focus on doing one floor well, and then being able to then come and expand within that.
That's fantastic. So, food scientist. So clearly she's smarter than I am, to the power of 1,000 suns. 200 and whatever acre farm, gigantic building, 1 of 4. You're going to have exclusive items down here.
Yes.
And then you have this gigantic bar. So tell me about this bar.
So this is something that we wanted to showcase this number one, the beautiful wood.
Oh, yeah.
This was the original vision from a former owner, had just amazing opportunity to bring in specialty woods and everything like that. So one of the things that we want to do, we didn't want to take anything of this away, but this will be covered with our bakery items. So cool. It will have all of that. We will have all of our espresso and our coffees and our flavored coffees, and then smoothies and things of that nature. And then we're already set up for a line that would allow us to do additional service down here that would meet more of that. What are you coming for? Instead of that dining experience upstairs, that's like that. But this is more of a much more casual, laid back environment of come and sit for a while, come and gather for a while. Absolutely.
That's very cool. You know, it's very interesting, your story and everything you've gone through and how you were transformed. And then I look at this at the top of the bar and it says, may the road rise to meet you and the wind always be at your back.
Yes.
I mean, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is, right?
I love that. And it was already here, and it's just amazing. And so all of our coffee flavorings are in the wine cases. And so it's like transforming the place to meet the needs of not only what we see as a vision from a company, but also from a mission standpoint.
That's fantastic. I mean, I love the fact that you have the main floor, which we were at, and now you have this floor right here, which is going to be like a gigantic coffee shop, which is awesome in a gathering area. And they have completely different vibes. And I do like the fact that you said that you're going to have things on this floor that you can't get upstairs and vice versa, of course.
Absolutely.
So that is fantastic. I can't wait to see the other floor. Okay, but before we check out that next floor, you also have a patio too, right?
We do, and it's awesome.
Farm, patio, everything. So let's go and check it out.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so patio, because of course you have everything. So tell me about the patio. Where are we standing right now?
So we are up against underground Beckley, which is just an amazing opportunity of location and the way that the geographical location of this building. And so Main Street Beckley events, they are fantastic at doing, like, we have chili night coming up, and so we get to participate. This Saturday's coming. There's Appalachian Festival, there's car shows, there are parades. And so we are right on the street that all of that happens on.
Cool.
And so this patio serves as that overflow and the opportunity, and we're looking forward to being able to open it once we're able to open the lower level of the coffee shop.
That's going to be fantastic. That's going to be fantastic. But also, I didn't forget about the third floor.
Yes.
Right?
We got to go to that third floor.
Definitely.
That's another important layer.
Love it. Let's do it. All right, Tammy. So now we are standing on the third floor.
Yes.
Completely different vibe. So tell me what's happening in here. This is super cool.
Yeah, the third floor is just this wonderful conference space. It's a gathering space. We already have conferences that are supporting recovery that are booking. And then we have individuals that are just wanting to come and reserve the space just to do our catering menus that are coming here.
Well, you even mentioned off camera that the moment you essentially bought the building, somebody already called to schedule an event, right?
Yeah, so when we opened, the day that we opened, there was someone on the phone. As soon as we opened, they were like, oh, we want to schedule an event.
That is very cool.
It's amazing.
That is very cool. And the fact that every floor has a completely different vibe. And also the bonus that you could be holding multiple events at the same time in the same building. I mean, that's invaluable.
Well, it makes such a difference when you can come up here and just be able to have that quiet space, that depending upon what type of event you're holding, you may need that. And then we have that other opportunity to just engage on the different levels, but still support it throughout. And so we definitely have all of the different kitchens that allow us to do that. So it helps.
That's fantastic. I mean, I love this wide open space. I love that you have the skylights.
Yes,
that's just
we
a
love
cool
the skylights.
Right? So it's a very cool vibe. I like how the room's painted kind of white colored, so it makes it bigger.
Yes.
Or at least it makes it seem bigger. Plus the reflection and in the skylight, it does a really, really great play on the space. So I'm very excited for this for you. This
especially if you have an all-day conference, that's one of those things that you're not boxed in. It's like you feel you're still alive and in the open, but you're also going through that conference.
There you go. So if there's any zombies out there, just come in here and you'll feel alive, right?
Absolutely.
But I also understand you have a kitchen right
we
behind here.
do. This is our training kitchen.
So show me.
Absolutely. So this is an expansion for our programming.
Okay.
And so we have this space that is, so think about like knife skill sets.
Yes.
And we have, of course our walk-ins are up here, so that makes it nice, but it is also good to help facilitate all of the catering that will come out. So you see the warmer boxes that are here for that. So we are super excited to have this space because this is that expansion. So we may have students that are coming into the program to be trained and certified and being employed somewhere else. While we also have students that are trained, certified, and employed here. So that lets us meet a greater need and have greater impact.
That's phenomenal. I mean, this is a pretty big space for a practice kitchen or test kitchen. It's phenomenal. I love how shiny it is.
Yes.
It's so nice.
Yes.
It's so nice. So are you going to be teaching specific skills up here, or is it the entire gamut?
Well, there will be specific skills because we don't have a line up here to do all of the grill and the char grill and the range. This is something that's more like honing in on your knife skill set, putting things together, how to utilize a slicer and a vacuum sealer. So there are some specific things that will happen here, and then that will just expand over time.
Gotcha. So this will be basically the basics, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kind of like shapes and colors when you're a little kid, right?
I tell you, if you have wonderful knife skill set, that is what helps with future employment. So really having someone that has great safety and sanitation, as well as knife skill sets, that's one of the most powerful things that you can walk into an interview with for a future opportunity in your career.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I love this space. This is super cool. I'm very excited for you. And even the fact that the day you open, you got a booking.
It was
That's
unbelievable.
Awesome, right? I love it. Now, if I understand correctly, I think the chef should have all the food ready, right?
I think he will.
Test it out? Okay,
Yes.
cool. Well, let's go check that out.
Awesome.
Awesome. So we're back here with Chef Roy. So Chef, we really, really appreciate you created some incredible things for us. And this is the one that you and I worked on.
Right. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. What is this called again?
Okay, so this is our bacon blue burger.
Okay.
It's a real simple dish. That's kind of what we'd like to do here. So you've got your 1/3 pound burger, crispy bacon, blue cheese, and Swiss cheese on there on our house-made bun, and that's pretty much it.
Question is, you're gonna eat with me, right?
Of course,
okay,
of course,
cool.
yeah.
Right, so
I love blue cheese. We've also got these pickles and peppers here are actually Tammy's grandmother's recipe for pickles. So that's another thing that would be good on the burger. I think would be good. Throw a few little pickles and peppers. I love the peppers on them.
Okay, so here we go, Chef. You grab the other half.
All right,
there,
yes, sir.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
I mean, this burger looks. This bread. Oh, come on, man. Yes. Oh my God, that blue cheese is awesome.
It's very good.
Wow.
I'm very happy with how it turned out.
You know, I never thought to combine the blue cheese with the Swiss cheese and that bacon. I mean, this is really good.
It helps it not dry out. It kind of takes on the almost sauce-like consistency with the blue cheese in there.
And the bun is perfect.
Of course, it has to be.
Because I mean, the worst thing you can do with the burger is not have the right bread, and then it'll just breaks all apart. And you're left with a mess.
Yes, sir.
Not that there's anything wrong with having a mess of a burger, but
No.
the bread is important. It's imperative.
Yes,
That's
it is.
the right bread.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude, this is so good.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that when you make this, you don't, like half of it doesn't just show up? You know what I mean? You eat it in the kitchen and no, I ordered a full burger. No, ma'am, you ordered a half a burger.
It would be nice if you could do that.
Oh man, this is so good.
I'm very happy with how that
That's
turned out.
phenomenal. Phenomenal. I love that bread.
Yes.
I love the juiciness of the patty, the saltiness of the bacon, and that. Like I say, I never thought about putting blue cheese and then putting Swiss on it and then doing the melt like how we did in the kitchen. I never thought about that. And of course, like I said before, you guys, the recipe is in the link in the description, so you'll find it. That is phenomenal.
Yes,
that is phenomenal.
I love making those burgers, and our guests love them as well too. It's one of our top sellers. And then this, what we have here is a real simple salad.
Okay.
This is our house salad. It's a berry mandarin salad. So you've got strawberries, mandarin oranges, cran raisins, almonds, croutons, and then our own house-made red wine vinaigrette. And when you normally think red wine vinaigrette, you're going to think something real acidic and savory. This is really nice and sweet, so it really complements the strawberries and everything in there.
This is just the flavor is very bright.
Refreshing.
Oh my God, yeah. This is a perfect, like a summer dish. Not that you have to eat it in summer, but that's what it makes me feel like. Very vibrant. I love the colors on it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It also goes really well. Sometimes you can also get either grilled chicken or grilled flank steak on it as well. It'll come with bread. It's also really good. One of my favorite dishes also to do with this is to do flank steak with bread and then blue cheese over top of that. The blue cheese goes really well with the red wine vinaigrette as well. You kind of get the sweet and savory at the same time. I know. Blue cheese toothpaste.
That's an idea. You never know.
But that does sound really good. This is a very bright, beautiful salad. So good. And you're right, that red wine vinaigrette. Shout out to Tammy, because that's for Tammy's grandma. Yes. It is so different than anything I've ever had. Oh yeah, it's wonderful. The first time I tried it, I was not expecting that. And it makes the salad, to get it with any other dressing would just not be right. That's the dressing you want to go with that. But then you mentioned flank steak. Yes. It's kind of interesting. Why specifically flank steak? Flank steak, I love it. We have a steak and cheese sandwich on our menu. Okay. And we used to do it with tenderloin tips, and we like those, but I wanted to try flank steak, and we actually like the flank steak a little better. Okay. The flank steak we marinate for 24 hours. Wow. Then we grill it off to mid-rare. We slice it super thin on a bias on it at an angle, and then we reheat it really quick on the grill. And we have some sauteed onions, peppers, mushrooms, Swiss cheese on one of our hoagie buns, and that's a steak and cheese sandwich. So we've always got that available to anybody that wants to add flank steak to a salad. So it's just, flank steak's one of the really flavorful cuts. You got to know how to cook it correctly. Yeah. You don't want to overcook it. You don't want to do well done or anything like that. You want it more like you and I like it, like rare to mid-rare. Right. But it's just a wonderful cut of meat, and so we really like using that here. Well, I mean, no offense against anybody, right? Right. But when you eat well done, it's like snacking on the bottom of a shoe. Right. You don't want to do that. Yes. Yeah, that's what I would equate it to. Yes. That's awesome. Okay. Now, this right here. All right, so this was kind of an afterthought when we were coming up with our menu, but this is our club, our grilled chicken club, and it's got just a couple things on it. It's got ham, turkey, grilled chicken breast, bacon, Swiss cheese, and cheddar cheese on it, on 3 pieces of bread. Come on, man. This is so good. How come you didn't put blue cheese in this? We could always try it. I love that chicken, nice and juicy. The cheese. I love the crust on that bread. Come on. It's very important. You want to get that. Oh my gosh. The flavor on this is crazy, man. Wow. This is so good. Try to get some of these peppers. Oh my God. Do you understand what's happening right now? Now, have you tried any of the pickles? Are you a pickle guy? Not really, but I'll try it. Okay. Those are that's Tammy's grandmother's pickle recipe. All right. And we also throw banana peppers in there too. I'm not a big pickle fan, but that's different. Yeah, it is. I love the banana peppers in it. And actually, a little secret is you can try some of the pickles on your salad as well. That was actually something that Tammy showed me. I'm torn now because I've never had pickles like that before. Honestly, I never have. I had never had anything like that either, because I just automatically heard pickles and I just no. Right. Yeah. So you're not a pickle guy either? No, but I'll eat those. Well, they don't even taste like pickles because I already know what's gonna taste like, and then I take them like, what is happening right now?
Right, yeah.
Is it because Tammy's like a food scientist?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. That's it.
That's exactly what it is. I've never had pickles like this ever before, and I don't even know how to describe to you the flavor because it tastes so completely different than a pickle. I can't even put my finger on it as to, oh, it tastes like this or it tastes like that. It's got a little hint of it. I have zero idea. The only thing I can think of is there's some vinegar in there, but outside of that, I couldn't even tell you.
There's lots of vinegar, a good bit of sugar in there, and we've got some other stuff in there as well, garlic, onions, and everything, and we let those marinate for at least a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was all her grandmother's idea. It's all her fault.
Do they have a name, the pickles, or it's just grandma's pickles?
It's just our pickles and peppers that we serve.
I think we need to rename them to Precious Pickles.
Okay. Sure.
Absolutely, because those are precious. They are like gold.
Oh, they're wonderful. They're wonderful, and I'm not a pickle guy, and I'll put them on a sandwich.
They are really fantastic. Can you imagine like fries and put those pickles on top?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's
You're welcome.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want to just hire me?
Sure. You'd be a great addition. No, we could come up with all kinds of stuff. Blue cheese toothpaste and then the pickles on the fries.
Oh, I love it. But the next course is we're gonna do desserts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna love desserts. Yes, desserts are right up Tammy's alley and everything.
All right.
Yes.
Well, let's check back with Tammy and we'll get some desserts coming up. All right, so we've saved the best for last because you know that I got a sweet tooth. So we're back here with Tammy. So Tammy, you have a huge spread here.
Yes.
Where should we start?
Oh my goodness. I think maybe the carrot cake.
Okay, so let's talk about the carrot cake. All right, so tell me about this carrot cake. I mean, look at this piece. Look at this. Is this a normal piece you serve people?
That is a normal piece that we would serve someone.
Oh my gosh.
And then you can also purchase it to go, and it's twice that size.
How about you get two? One for here, one to go. Boom.
And so our carrot cake, we make everything in-house. It has cream cheese icing, and it has that wonderful fluffy texture instead of like the incredibly dense carrot cake.
Oh my God.
And also, if you're allergic to tree nuts, it doesn't have any nuts in it except for coconut.
This is really like a spongy flavor. Oh my God. This is honestly one of the best carrot cakes I've ever had. It's unbelievable.
Thank you.
The icing's beautiful, the sponginess of it. You have that hint of carrot. This is outstanding. Oh my God. Is there cinnamon in here?
There is cinnamon. Yes,
Oh
absolutely.
because I detected a little something happening there. Oh my God, this is so good. I mean, look at this. Look at the bounciness of it. You see that? You see that, Austin? You see the bounciness? Oh my God. It's beautiful. Look at that. Oh my God. It is so beautiful. That icing. Oh.
Well, in the summertime on our farm, we also grow our own carrots sometimes and bring that in, that flavor, which it just takes it over the top if we're able to do that.
I'm not surprised because you do everything and then some. That is outstanding. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Is this one of your main sellers?
Yes, it is. It is so popular. We hardly can keep it on the shelf.
Really?
Yes.
Is it seasonal or do you have it year-round?
All the time. It is something that is, everyone wants to come in. And so I did have you taste that first because I took the carrot cake recipe and converted it into a cookie because it's so popular and it's like, okay, you can't always have carrot cake, so you need something on the go. So if you're a big carrot cake fan, we have taken that, but we did add a few pecans just for that crunch and
okay.
just that
Let's
taste.
give this a shot. I love it that the cookie's not hard, it's a little soft. It's the consistency that I love. It's moist on the inside a little bit. Great flavor, and you're right. That crunch is so good. It's perfectly sugar. It's not over the top. It's just perfect.
Good.
This is outstanding. Oh my God.
So that's one of our popular sellers. And then we also have our cranberry apricot almond.
These one right here?
And that's another popular seller. Of course, chocolate chip is always going to be like the top, and having that apricot in there just takes it, yeah.
It's just so different. Is this like an oatmeal base?
It does not have any oatmeal in it, but that is my favorite cookie of all that we make.
Because I feel like it tastes a little bit like oatmeal.
You're
Just
probably
a little
tasting
hint.
that brown sugar that
That's probably what it
really,
is.
yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Yes.
Hold on. This is outstanding. I almost feel like I should get like 2 of these cookies and then cut this cake in half and make it a sandwich. Boom. Those are phenomenal. And everything's made in house, which obviously takes it over the top, but these are unusual. Carrot cake, I've never seen carrot cake cookies ever in my life. Have you guys ever seen it? I don't know. What's next?
Okay.
I'm letting you direct.
This is our cream horns. We have chocolate filled and vanilla filled.
Okay.
And so it's made with puff pastry, and we make all of our icing in house. And so that gives just a wonderful little texture.
Come on.
So
What else don't you do at a high level? This is so good. I like that puff pastry. The lightness got a teeny bit of crunch just for that texture change. That cream is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Great flavor. It kind of feels like, it tastes to me like a little bit like a French silk pie.
yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good. If you ever had French silk pie, that's what it tastes like pretty much. Oh my God. Come on.
Well, we love those, and I'll even take them and slice them into little rings. And then as we're catering with those, they make a beautiful dessert tray.
Until people eat it. Then there's no more display. That is phenomenal. Oh my God. I mean, it can't get even better than this, but then you have this right here, right?
Yes, that's our cheesecake. So we have multiple flavors of cheesecake. It's probably one of our highest sellers. Dark chocolate crust, cheesecake with red raspberry swirl, and then topped with chocolate.
Oh my God. That is so good. I love that texture on it. That flavor is perfect. I'm completely blown away. All of these, I want all of them in here. Oh my God. And these are just 4 or 5 of the like 300
Yes.
that you have on there.
Yes, we do have a large selection of different cakes, cookies. We have 3 different
Oh my
cheesecakes
God.
that we
So good.
carry. So yeah.
And this is is this your brainchild doing the baking, right?
That is mine. I'm the executive pastry chef at Fruits of Labor, and it's my passion. I love the baking, but we have an amazing manager in Raynell, and she is also part of our recovery program. So she started and then came back and has spent almost 3 years with us and has shadowed, learned everything, and she manages it fully.
Wow.
So I get to be in new locations to help bring up those new locations because of her efforts.
Wow.
And so you are tasting the handiwork of her replicating all of the things.
It's unbelievable. I mean, just the caliber they are doing these desserts. In baking is hard. It's a science. If you don't get it exact, you have to start all over.
Yes.
You know, cooking, you can adjust. This, not really.
No.
Not really. So what was it about baking that drew you, that you're like, this is what I want to do?
I think my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mom all baked. And so we were always in the kitchen as 4 generations baking. And so that truly brings this, I love having my hands in the dough and just seeing the outcome. My mom made wedding cakes my entire life. So it's just that she taught me how to do that. So it's now transferring all that knowledge to our students. And I love seeing Jess, our student that manages the baking part. She's now teaching others in recovery. So it's just this wonderful empowerment, but also the sweet side of Fruits of Labor.
It's outstanding. It's absolutely outstanding. I mean, to be able to have all these different desserts and the 300 others that you have over there on the countertop and that you make, and to be executed at the highest level, and they all taste amazing. Nothing's mediocre.
Thank you.
That's not easy. That's very difficult. So a huge applause for me, because this is like literally Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory, but in real life. And everything that I've tasted it's outstanding. So if you're a lover of carrot cake, boom, they got you. You don't want to eat the whole slice of carrot cake, just give it to me and get the cookies. You know, you have these cookies. These are the ones that apricot. And what is it, white chocolate?
Cranberry, apricot, white chocolate, almonds.
Boom. This right here, the chocolate horn, French silk horns, is that right?
Those are our cream horns, yes, our chocolate cream horns.
And then the cheesecake and whatever else you have, because you have so many items, there is zero reason for somebody to come here and say, I can't find a dessert. No, then you ain't looking hard enough. Seriously, or you must be blind, one of the two. I completely blown away. I'm glad we saved this for last because I have a huge sweet tooth, so I'm literally gonna probably crush all this. Do you have pillows? Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
There's actually pillows
There's
here.
pillows right here. You can just take a nap.
Lay out. There you go. Lay out here and fall asleep. So Tammy, how can people find you online?
Absolutely. So we have our website, fruitsoflaborinc.com, and then we are also on Facebook. So it's very easy to find us, and we are just so grateful for this opportunity.
No, I love it. This has been an unbelievable experience, and I'm going to tell everybody watching right now, this restaurant, the experience, the people, everything, 1000% certified legit. When I come back to Beckley, I will be here. 1000%. Just the environment, the mission that you're trying to do here, plus you're executing all this food at a very high level. And it's beautiful, it's fresh, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Thank you.
So look, everybody, you can also find a full listing for them on americasbestrestaurants.com. And that's it for me. I'm gonna take this cookie and all these desserts. We'll see you guys on the next one.